And we will start with Jenna's Tottenham first, who faced a trip to Manchester City, having lost just once this season. And black armbands were worn by both sides. And there was a minute's applause ahead of kick-off in memory of former Spurs and England manager Terry Venables, who passed away earlier today.
Looking at the teams, then Manchester City are unsurprisingly unchanged from the 11 which began against Manchester United at Old Trafford last weekend. Leah Alexandri was sent off in that match, but served her suspension by sitting out the League Cup match in midweek. Two alterations to the Tottenham team from the 1-1 draw at Leicester last weekend. Their third successive draw. Out go Ria Percival and Jess Naz. In come Asmita Ale and Lin Yang Zhang in this one. Hemp, closely shackled by Neville. Roard. Harvey's ball in. Shaw! Powers home another goal against Tottenham Hotspur. 7 goals in 5 games against Spurs now for the Jamaican. And having bagged a hat-trick in her last game against Spurs, she has opened the scoring against them this evening with a thumping header. Good stuff by Khadija Shaw, and suddenly Manchester City coming forwards. There's a bit of a lunge there, and Spurs will break at pace. They've got 4 on 4. Bizet, oh, good hit, and well repelled by Chiara Keating as well. The first shot on goal of the game just before the half-hour mark for Spurs. Strong hands from Keating. Alexandri. Lauren Hemp. No flag against Roard. Good ball. Shaw is at it again with another headed finish. Well, one of the problems for them this season is not being clinical enough in front of goal. They have been ruthless so far today with the chances that have come their way. And Khadija Shaw might fancy that she's on for another hat-trick against Tottenham Hotspur. And Manchester City have breathing space. Shaw won't get to that one. And again, it was a bit of a troubling ball in for Tottenham to deal with. Alexandri, Shaw is the target, took it nicely, hit it well! And there is the hat-trick for Khadija Shaw. A sensational first half treble for Khadija Shaw. Well, she is back in business, having only scored 1 goal in her last 4 appearances, 3 in the first half against Spurs today. And after a couple of very smart headers, this was a wicked finish. Khadija Shaw and Manchester City 3, Spurs 0. Alexandri's throw. Khadija Shaw. And still, good run. And she tried to pick out Angeldal. It's come for Hemp. It's another beauty for Lauren Hemp. A stunner against Manchester United last weekend, and a beauty to make it 4-0 against Spurs today. Shaw here was trying to pick out Angeldar initially. It then came to Jill Roard. Her effort was blocked, but there was no stopping Lauren Hemp on the follow-up. Inch perfect from Hemp. That's a good ball, and Thomas is through here. It's Martha Thomas. It's a good stop by Chiara Keating. Best move from Spurs so far. And Martha Thomas will be ruining, not slotting this one away. Hasegawa. Shaw. Here's Hemp. No sign of City letting up. Oh, that's a great ball, and it's the easiest of finishes for Jill Roord from virtually on the goal line. Oh, she's maybe discussing whether she got the touch before or after it went over the goal line. But again, Tottenham Hotspur undone on this left-hand side, and Manchester City have more than made sure of the 3 points. Here goes Hemp. Good ball, and it's another. Laura Coombs hasn't taken long to join the party. Manchester City running riot. It's her first WSL goal since April. She has added gloss to what is going to be a very, very big victory today. They have scored in every game so far this season in the WSL, have Spurs. So if anything, they'll want to try and at least continue that run. And they were very close to getting themselves a goal there as well. Thomas with the header and Keating with the parry. Good touch by Shaw, who's coming away again. Kelly in support, and Shaw is upended, and there's a yellow card in the post for Molly Bartrip, who just decided she will not pass at any cost. Well, that was the only way that she was likely to be able to stop her. First Spurs player in the book. Greenwood has a go! Oh! Inches away from an incredible goal. This would have topped the lot. So far out, but so close. And there's still time for more punishment, perhaps. Parker's got away, but... And now has got it into the area, and there is the icing on the cake. Laura Coombs has another, and it's 7th heaven for Manchester City. That equals their biggest ever margin of victory in the WSL. After a statement win at Manchester United, it is another strong message sent out by Manchester City that they have swept aside a Spurs team who had been on a good unbeaten run. Full time then. Manchester City 7, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Chelsea wore black armbands on Sunday and held a minute's silence before kick-off in memory of former player Terry Venables. And then Lauren James picked up where she left off after her hat-trick last week, opening the scoring for the hosts inside 2 minutes. Moments later, James almost claimed her second, but the final touch came off Courtney Nevin for an own goal. After a poor start, Leicester settled into the game and pulled a goal back midway through the first half through Utah Rantala. Chelsea restored their 2-goal advantage shortly before half-time. Niamh Charles with the assist, Sam Kerr with the finish. Moments later, however, Ann-Katrin Berger was perhaps lucky to escape punishment when she collided with Lena Peterman. But from the resulting free kick, Sam Tierney made it 3-2 after Berger had made the initial save from Amy Palmer. James finally got her second before the hour mark when she connected with Fran Kirby's through ball. And it got worse for the visitors when the prolific Aggie Beaver-Jones found space to make it 5-2. Fortunately for Leicester, that was the end of the scoring as Chelsea extend their unbeaten run to 8. Everton may have won all 3 of their Barclays WSL games at Aston Villa, but there was little to separate the sides in a cagey first half. The breakthrough eventually came on 54 minutes. Anna Patton with the own goal after Sarah Holmgaard turned back the deep cross. The lead lasted only a minute though. Kirsty Hansen found Rachel Daly, who made no mistake, beating Courtney Brosnan for her 4th Barclays WSL goal of the season. When Hansen misjudged her challenge on Heather Payne, she perhaps knew what was coming. Penalty to Everton. Up stepped half-time substitute Natalie Bjorn to beat Daphne van Domselaar and secure Brian Sorensen's side a vital 3 points.